I'm Glennis Peterson, and I want to thank our greeters this morning, Alan Mary Herring. Thank you so much. And I would like to draw your attention to the insert in your order of service where it lists upcoming events. And I haven't really glanced at them, but they're all right there. The Covenant Circle information and all of that. So the other thing that I need to announce is we have no internet today. So we're going to wing it. And we're pretty good at that, so I'm not worried. Not at all. And thank you in advance to Stacy, who steps right up. So to help those in our community who suffer from food insecurity, we have plenty of fish, I think. We join with several Roseburg churches in support of the fish pantry. We will now collect your food or money donations for fish. Thank you, Dana and Stacy. And thank you all for contributing. Really helps the people who are hungry in this community. Thank you. Now, today our speaker is our dear friend, Donna Smith. And for those of you who don't know her, I will tell you more about her later. Larry?
Good morning. Now is the time for chalice lighting. O Spirit of life and love, Spirit of holding on, Spirit of letting go, help us to attune to what our lives whisper to us, both the sweet words of commitment and the sweet words of release. Help us to know whether it's a time to hold on tightly or a time to let go. Help us to learn that in each moment there is beauty. May it be so.
Thank you. How would your life be different if you learned to let go of things that have already let go of you? Free yourself from the burden of a past you cannot change. And so please now rise in body and spirit and join us in singing number 323, Break Not the Circle.
For
Seeing no children, we're just going to go right on ahead with the Wheel of Life. So now is the time in our service when we remember our joys and concerns with silent or spoken candle lighting regarding the significant milestones in our lives. I invite those who wish to light a candle, silent or spoken, to please form a line to my right, and for those with spoken candles, please give your name and be brief.
Stay open, book. Stay open.
The offering is a sacrament of the free church. We are supported by the voluntary generosity of all who join us. The offering will now be given and received in grateful appreciation of our shared hopes and values. Together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. And now Sean will share a song with us called Each Moment. Sean?
Since we don't have the projector, I'm just going to go over the chorus so you can join in, because this is like an affirmation or a prayer, you could say. And the chorus is very simple. Each moment, each moment.
Each moment, each moment.
Each moment let me think of thee.
Each moment let me think of thee.
And in my heart I'll keep for thee.
And in my heart I'll keep for thee
A sanctuary.
a sanctuary.
La, 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 la. Each moment, each moment, each moment, let me think of thee. And in my heart I'll keep for thee a sanctuary.
Thank you, Sean. That was beautiful. Well, now I'd like to introduce Donna Smith. She is a worldwide ministry spiritual leader whose training focused on pastoral care. She is most happy when she can help others find peace and joy in their lives. She is also a Unity chaplain, a Taizé prayer leader and trainer, a Reiki master and practitioner, a nonviolent communication teacher, a student and a teacher of A Course in Miracles, and a teacher of the Way of Mastery, and she is active in our Cares and Concerns ministry. Donna? Oh, way over there. I'll get it.
I can get it. I can get it. Let me get it.
Yeah, we make people do their own thing around here. You can remove
Thank
this.
you. Okay, did I bring my stuff? Yes, I did. Okay. Good morning. There's something freeing when you're not being taped, isn't there? We can just do anything we want. I love that. All right. Well, this is would we call that? Going back to when we didn't have all of that technology stuff, right? So now we're back in those days, and it's really kind of nice, isn't it? Kind of like it. Well, this is the Burning Bowl ceremony. It's on the last day of the year. Isn't that great? I love the timing. Last year, the White Stone was on January 1. It's on the 7th this year, but this is a great day to do what we're about to do. Now, I don't know if you can say 2023 was a smooth ride or not. In many ways, it was not. And in many ways, it was. But we're resilient, aren't we? Yes, we are resilient. We have strength. We have courage. We have an eye for the future. And we did very well, I think, through a kind of a tough time there. This is the perfect time to release. And when we enter 2024, I would like for us all to just enter with open arms and open with a sense of, wow, I have so much I can create this new year. It's really going to be an exciting year, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. So we are a resilient species, as I said. And this is the time that we really need to let go of old thoughts, old beliefs, and habits, old habits, and guess what? Grudges. We really need to let go of those things because when we walk into this new year, we don't want to be carrying them on our back. You know, it's kind of like Santa Claus. Santa starts out, he has this huge bag of gifts, right, in his bag. And as he goes around, his load is lightened and lightened. So look at it this way. Every time you take a grudge or a worry or something out of that bag that you're carrying around on your back, look at it as a gift to you. And eventually that bag will be empty and you're going to be free. So we believe that we're in control of our lives, but we are not. And when we hold on to those kind of things, they are controlling you. And that's very evident because are you happy when you're holding on to those things? I don't think so. So the burning bowl this morning is a process of opening those shadowy places that we have and allowing them to be healed by the light. Since 1987, we have entered into a new energy. 1987, August 16th and 17th, I think it was, the harmonic convergence. Well, that was a coming together of people all around the world for peace. It was so powerful that it actually opened up some new tools for us as humanity. And one really great thing that happened during that time, and it happened because we were moving towards compassion. I have so much to tell you about that, but I don't have time today. Anyway, another thing that happened during that time is we are allowed to drop karma. We have been allowed to drop karma. In other words, what that means is you don't have to live it out anymore. And the reason that that happened is because we came together in peace and showed that we can do this. So every morning I say to myself, I let go of all that karma and I move forward. Okay, I drop it. So I would encourage you to do that. And, should I tell you this one other thing? No, I don't have time. I'll do it next time, okay? So I invite you to look back to 2023, and there are many things that happened to you in that year. Now, some of it was fears, concerns, worries, anger, distress, depression, maybe sadness, all of those things. But also there were a lot of joys and happiness and a lot of growth in understanding ourselves and others. And the world today gives us many opportunities to experience all those conditions and the emotions and more. So what I would like for you to do is hold everything that happened to you in 2023, the ones that you want to let go of today, and the ones that you want to hold in your heart. Look at all of them and bless them. Because in one way or another, they have shown you something that you needed to see. Now, there are others that may be affected in the problems that we did have in 2023. So I want you today to also hold them in your heart. I want you to see them as being released from those things. And look at their hearts as just filled with all that joy, all of that peace, and all of the excitement of a new year. So I want us to extend ours to them. And there are a lot of people who really need that. So we do have the power to release and free ourselves from the attachments of those fear-based experiences that we had. And I think that most of us have that goal. The only problem is we have a tendency to hang on to unforgiveness, don't we? Yeah. We have this tendency to think that we're right. I say think that we're right, okay? And maybe we are right in the laws of the world, but usually you're not right in the laws of the quantum experiences that we truly are. Maybe I can say it's not the laws of heaven, okay? It's not the laws of love. And so when we can let go of all of those negative feelings, we are, in effect, changing us and taking our power back. So how do we release? I have spoken to you about this many times, and yes, I'm going to repeat it. Okay, we cannot transcend what we do not accept. This is a huge, huge teaching that will help us release all that load that we're carrying on our back. Now, transcend means to rise above anything and take your power back. So as long as you were holding on to something and holding on to those feelings and those fearful emotions, they have power over you. You are not controlling anything. They are controlling you. Can you see that? Yeah, because every time you hold on to something like that, it's affecting every moment of your life. So what does acceptance mean? I'm going to talk about what it doesn't mean first. It's not about being right. In that transcendent level that I'm talking about, there is no right or wrong. Okay, there is only choices that we make. So it is not about being right. That is an egoic idea, and not for someone who is on a transcendent journey. It's not about allowing another to hurt you in any way, shape, or form. Okay? You do not need to stay in those kind of situations. And it's not about condoning the actions of others. You can love another and not accept their actions. But to accept another is our teaching here, because we're all one. And every person in this room is part of every other person in this room. We're all one. So when we are accepting each other, that opens up the room and the energy to help each other. But that doesn't mean we have to condone the actions. So now let's look about what acceptance means. It's very, very much about forgiving. That is really big. And that seems to be one of the biggest things that humanity has a really hard time of letting go of. Forgiveness is for you. It is always for you. Now, you might help the other person when you say, I forgive you. But who you're really helping is yourself. Okay? If the other person has left the earth plane, you can still do that because we're spiritual beings and you are still talking to everyone that has ever been. That's the oneness part. So, when we were last together, I spoke to you about the gift of the blessing. And so this process is a wonderful way to move into that forgiveness and that acceptance. This is about accepting experiences in your life. We spend so much time wishing something hadn't happened. And that's really a waste of time. It happened, period. So now what we need to do is figure out how we're going to react or respond to it. So just accept them. And here's a secret. They came because you invited them in. No tomatoes, please, no tomatoes. But that's what happens. You invited them in somehow. So why did you do that? To learn something. And so if you can look at those experiences and say, okay, I accept it. What did I learn from that? It's really going to help ease the pain and suffering that we have attached to those kind of experiences. And if you try to push them down, you know what's going to happen. They're going to come back up. They will always come back up. So it's probably a good thing to just, face them right now. It's also about looking at and accepting your feelings and emotions. Even if you are feeling shame and guilt about something that you have done, that's okay. You must feel the emotions attached to anything. Because if you shove them down and try to ignore them, they're going to come back, and they're going to come back stronger. And you're not going to like the way they come back. So it's okay to feel the shame, the guilt, whatever it is that you're feeling about it. But then you must not get stuck there. You must let it go. You must let it go. It's over. It's done. And everybody involved was there with you intentionally. So look at it and say, okay, this happened. What did I learn? How can I move forward with whatever lesson was there for me? And so, please, it's okay to feel your feelings. It's also about looking at your fears and acknowledging them. Look them right in the face, because when you do that, they're really not as big as you think they are. That's almost always the case. For some divine reason, we think about all of these things, we make mountains out of molehills, and then when we actually face it, for some divine reason, they're not as big as we thought they were, okay? And they don't seem as threatening. They're no longer the mountains, and they're no longer insurmountable. So it's very important to look at those fears. I love this quote by Norman Vincent Peale, which so accurately describes in so few words what we have done to ourselves. There is a spiritual giant within you which is always struggling to burst its way out of the prison you have made for it. And this is about walking out of our prison. We are the only ones that build our own prison. Nobody else does that for us. And it's about being willing to change. Are you willing to really look at your habits, your beliefs, and all those things? Really look at them. Are they mine or are they somebody else's that I have taken on? And be very honest with yourself about that. And this is about empowering yourself, as I've been saying. They've all taken your power away, everything that you're holding on to. They're gone. It's a done deal, and now we need to move forward. So it's time today to take back your power by releasing all of those things. Let me tell you, when you release them, you're going to feel good, and then you're going to want to release some more because it felt so good. And that's the process, because every time you release it, you're going to feel, your heart is going to feel much better, but you're also going to feel a burden has been lifted, a freedom. So this morning, we're going to do this in a ceremonial way. And I invite you to look at those fears or grudges or all those things you may be holding within you. Look at the lessons they taught you, for they did, and then release them to the light for transmutation. We can't destroy energy, but we can change it. Okay, and we can take something that's fearful and change it into love. And that's what we're going to do today. If you do not see the lessons or the gifts, you can ask the divine to reveal that to you. And it will be revealed if you have an open mind and heart to receive it. And so for now, I hope you will choose in faith to accept and release them. So what does it take? A desire to change your life, okay? It takes a willingness to forgive yourself and others. And it's only the size of a mustard seed. That's all the willingness you have to give. You know, that's not very much. Have you seen a mustard seed? Those things are really tiny. It's a desire to move beyond the prison that you have created and release those chains that are, that are bogging you down. And it requires a desire to be happy and free, and being happy and free are choices that you make. There's nothing outside of you that can make you happy. That is a decision that you make. And when you're carrying that big bag of, all of those things you're very sad about, you can only imagine how, as you release them, your inner happiness is going to just grow and grow and grow every time you do that. It is a gift to you when you release. And it takes courage to do this. We haven't been taught to do this in our history. So it takes courage to look at something in a different way, a new way. But guess what? You're courageous. You're all very courageous. So today I invite you to choose for you. I invite you to cut those chains. Drop that big bag of stuff. Let go of it. And live the unlimited life that we have been given. We have put so many limitations on our lives. And when you take those away, it's amazing. It's just amazing. So in a moment, we're going to go into meditation. And there's going to be a time for you to go into your heart and to bring forth from your heart those things that you would like to accept and then release. I think you all have a piece of paper. You were given it this morning. Is that yours? Come and get it. We're not on tape. Come and get it. Here, as a matter of fact, I will deliver it. Yeah, I like this freedom. And so there's an affirmation on one side, and on the other side is for you to write what you're willing to release. Now, it helps to be a little specific, but you also just have a small piece of paper. So even a word about the situation, that's all you really need. Now, for safety reasons, we had a fire one time when I did this a few years back. Smoke everywhere. So for safety reasons, we're not going to burn today, all right? However, at a time when I invite you up, I want you to put your piece of paper in the bowl, and I will take it home and burn it for you. And trust me, I will not read them, and I will burn them in a ceremonial way for you. Now, the candle has butterflies all over it because butterflies are a sign of transformation, and that's what you're going to go through today. The angels, one is holding the heart. That's because this is a heart process, not a brain process. You go to your heart for the wisdom from your heart when you're asking, what is it I want to release today? And then the other one, hands up, joyous because you have released and you're free now. So that's the symbol for these items up here. All right. So you all have paper, and I think you all have pens, correct? All right. So we're going to go through a guided meditation, a short one, and then we're going to go into the silence and allow you to have time. When you are complete, I invite you then to come up and put your paper in the bowl, which has been blessed. And Jake, if you would like to play the background music through all of this, that would be great. We can do that. So let's get comfortable in our chairs. Relax your body. Close your eyes. I want you to breathe. Put the world aside for a while and go directly into your heart. Envision being in your heart. Envision the unconditional love that your heart has for you. And now I ask that you take these words into your heart. I'm now willing to accept the experiences of my life. Every experience in my life has brought me to where I am now. Each experience has held within it opportunities to learn and grow, even though it may have been an experience of pain. I am willing to open my heart and to change my beliefs and attitudes so that my life may be transformed. I'm willing now to forgive myself for all the mistakes I have made. I'm willing to forgive others who may have harmed me. I'm willing to do this so that I may be free, that my spirit can soar, and that my life can be the unlimited expression of creation. In this moment, I release and let go of all that is outside of love. I search my heart to know the places that are hidden from love, compassion, and kindness, grace, and tenderness for myself and others. And I bring those places into the openness of love. I release all the false beliefs that separate me from any aspect of creation. I remember that only in the human mind can we be separate from one another. I release and I let go of all that is the illusion of separation. I release the thought of boundaries and barriers that seem to divide and separate. I live fully in the divine truth that we are one with our source. We are one with you, all of humanity and all of creation. I am willing to write on this piece of paper the things that I wish to release. And I am willing to have this paper burned as a symbol that I have released these limitations and fears to the light. So we'll go into the silence as you write on your paper. As you look at the candle is burning these for you. Has everyone had a chance to come up? So now feel your heart. Doesn't it feel better? You've let something go. If you're like me, you may want to do this again. Let something else go. I invite you to do it at home and have your own burning bowl ceremony. Because if you're like me, there are more than one or two things to let go of. And so do that on your own. And each time that you do, you will feel lighter and freer. And as you burn them, it is a symbol that you have totally released it, because you can't pick it up anymore. You can't pick up the ashes. They just fall away. And that's why we burn. And so I will do that for you. So, next week, we're going to do the white stone ceremony, because the universe does not like a vacuum. So we're going to put into that vacuum we just created all of our desires and our wishes and all the things we want for this new year. And this new year is very special. I think I have a moment I can add this to our time today. 2024 is the Unity Timeline year. A lot of the spiritual advisors and teachers of ours that are alive today are talking about this. What has been happening is we have individually been working on raising our consciousness and working, on ourselves through meditation and all the things that we do to raise our consciousness to a higher level so that we can move into the happiness and the love. Well, 2024 is a year we're going to come together in this big synergy of light and love, and it's going to be very powerful. So that's something to look forward to starting tomorrow morning. Okay, so that's all I have today. Did I do good or what? I mean, as far as timing. I wasn't looking for kudos. I want to make sure I don't take anything of... I'm sorry? I would if it were here. Oh, it's over there. Yes, it's over there. It's my... Oh, we do have some time? Okay. So do we have any questions or comments or you want to share? Bring it down there.
Hello, Donna.
Hi, Tammy.
Oh, yes, thank you. This might sound strange, but that's fine. It has been, I'm 51 now, and so since I was 16, I've lived here. And my best friend, I've known her ever since I've lived here. And I've had this dream. And it is really weird, but you were in it. And my dreams are really weird and wild and awesomely awesome. And so this dream, which also had one of Teresa's, my best friend, actually baby's father, her son's father, was in this dream. And I was somewhere, and I was told by somebody to go get this light and bring the person who was supposed to get the light and bring him to you. So I went and I got this man that, Teresa's baby daddy, and I went and got him, and they dragged him all the way, and it was a long ways, several days. And so we get to you, and it's you. Definitely, it was
You mean me?
Yes, I recognize you from that
Wow.
dream, for sure. And it's really weird. And it's definitely 100% you. And
Okay.
this is the first time I've ever seen you that I even know of.
Wow.
And so, yes. And that's why this was like really strange to me. And then you said, as I was trying to give this light to him, it wouldn't go to him. It wouldn't go to him. And you said, wait, it is not choosing him. And you tells me, it is choosing you, young lady. And I was like, what? And that's because the light was a gift, and it was to teach me wondrous things. And I totally accepted that, and I'm accepting anything that you were giving me in any way, shape, or form, ma'am. So thank you.
Well, you're welcome. I believe that happens. I truly believe that your soul will be where you are needed. So if I helped you, I'm grateful, very grateful. I'm honored. Wow.
I just wanted, is it on? I just wanted to thank you for getting us focused on the start of a new year in a positive, constructive, enlightened, inspiring way. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Donna, what you were saying about releasing the karmas, that one of the things about karmas from my understanding is that every fruit of our actions has the seed of that same thing, and that's what keeps growing up again.
Mm-hmm.
And if we could throw those seeds into the fire, then they can sprout again. And but there's still one more thing that sometimes lingers, and that's the memory of the impressions that it has on us. And that's why the forgiveness is so important, because even after you feel like I've forgiven that person for all the things that I think they did to me, there's still something that we haven't really let go of. And those impressions are what come back, and we keep creating new seeds. And those are the tricky things that are difficult to identify and root out of our subconscious and throw into the burning bowl.
And mostly it's a process. That's why I invite you to continue on your own, and to know that you will know when you have released something. You won't forget it. It will still be there. But you're coming from a higher level of consciousness, and you're looking at it differently now. It's not going to give you all of that, that energy, agitation, or anything anymore. You will be looking at it from a neutral point, realizing that it helped you. The idea that we now can just drop our karma is based on the fact that we could have exterminated ourselves, is that the word I want, for the 5th time, but we did not. And we did not because that 1987 was like a point where, because of all of the compassion and the peace that was generated those 2 days, Mother Earth, who records everything we do, moved and is a reflection of who we are, moved into a compassionate, more compassionate energy, that allows us, because we are more compassionate, to let go of the karma, continue to hold the compassion and the love. We do not have to relive something. So that's the workings behind that and why we're now allowed to just drop it, as long as we are really I guess, really intentionally doing that from our heart. I mean, we can say, oh, yeah, I dropped my karma, and then still be doing things that, are maybe creating more karma. No, you have to be willing to let it go and stay in your heart and in your compassion and have that intention to do that. So this is not just, oh, great, now I don't have any karma. No, you have to remain in your heart. You have to remain intentionally looking forward. Does that make sense? Yeah. But the stuff that has happened is always there. The only difference is at what level are we looking at it? Because when we're on the higher levels, there's no right or wrong. We look at everything differently. We look with hearts of compassion, and we look towards helping others instead of, throwing them in prison and forgetting them that they even are people. Yeah, that's the difference there. So we did not destroy ourselves the fifth time, and that's why these new tools are being given to us so that we can move forward. And so isn't that wonderful? We didn't destroy ourselves, and we could have. We have the technology to destroy ourselves, but we did not. So that just goes to show that our consciousness is rising, and we have lots to look forward to. It's going to be wonderful. It is wonderful, actually. It is wonderful, and it's going to be even more so. So thank you, Sean. Yeah. Okay. And I don't have any of your papers.
No, because I took them.
Oh, you do?
Well, we had planned a third song, and then we thought we weren't going to be able to do it. And then Stacy stepped up, so thank you so much, Stacy. Here it is. Relax and let go.
This song, there's a chorus section that has very simple words. It says, I relax. So it's my turn, your turn, just like in school. I relax.
I relax.
Let go.
Let go.
Release.
Release
And surrender.
and surrender.
And then all together.
I relax, let go, release, and surrender.
And you do that 3 times, and you say, all is well, all is well.
Okay.
Okay? And then there's a second section that you hum along with if you like, or sing it if you know it. Don't worry, don't remember it. Oh, there's no sound. Did I turn that off?
It goes off, probably.
It goes off by. There we go. Here we go. I relax,
Let go, release, and surrender. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. All is well. All is well. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. All is well. All is well.
Here's the middle section. And every day I affirm and pray that I'm blessed. Oh, you guys always make me cry. Thing I have,
No.
I release my fear, 'cause it's all
relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well. Thank you so much. Letting go of all the hurts from the past and holding on to only the love frees you to live a full and grateful life. The holding on to the past only keeps the past controlling you and preventing you from moving forward. Be kind and love yourself enough to let go of all that does not serve you, so you are free to experience all the wonders and blessings of life.
This is our extinguishing of the chalice. Hope continues. A wisp of smoke rises from an extinguished candle. When the candle dims, the wax almost spent, the life turns amber like a sunset. Still it provides light, still it provides heat, still it kindles new flame, and passes its glow on and contributes to new illumination. When the sunset turns to new days, when the seasons transform all, when the candle dims, all is not lost. Hope continues, uncertain and true, like candlelight, ready to spark again. All is not lost, and so it is.
Please rise as you are able and join me in singing Go Lift It Up.